Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn GCP with Mahesh. It's been a while we did not discuss anything in our Think and Design in GCP video series. I thought let's resume back. So in our today's video in Think and Design in GCP video series, the question is something like this. Your organization's marketing team will be changing the product name very frequently to suit the market trend. So you don't want any DBAs or any data analyst to do any changes to BigQuery. Instead, you want the marketing team themselves to do the changes. So now you may ask, should the marketing team learn how to do a update statement in BigQuery? No, that is not the intent. There should be some other possible way which marketing team should be able to do it, because if a DBA or a data analyst does it, usually they'll be using the update table name. That's how they're going to do it. We don't want a IT team to be involved, but rather we wanted to give the freedom to the marketing team to update the necessary product names as frequently they want. So this is the thing which you wanted to implement. Think about a solution which can help achieve this very easily. So if you want to think about the solution, pause the video. And as usual, I have a possible solution, but may not be the best solution, a possible solution. Let's get into the solution. So coming to the solution, so definitely it has to be in BigQuery. So what is the way we are going to achieve is something which I wanted to share. Since marketing team are very comfortable working with sheets, Google Sheets, if it's G Suite, or Excel sheet if it's Microsoft. And since we are dealing with GCP, let's use its closest product, G Suite. So rather than using Office 365, in G Suite, you get an option called as, if you just click Google Sheets. So very much equivalent to your Excel sheets in Microsoft. So we'll try to use this because this is something which the marketing team is very comfortable using in, day out. And let's try to create an Excel sheet or a Google spreadsheet where we can try to create a product list and how frequently we can change it, because it's easy for us to change it. Somehow if we can connect this Google Sheet with BigQuery, I would say job done. Let's try to do that. So let me just give a name to this sheet called as products, and it is auto saved. So let me call the column as product ID, product name, and this is the column which the marketing team is interested in changing very frequently, and the launch date so that we can know when this product was launched. So let me give the product ID as 100. So for this we can give something like sanitizer, and the launch date is maybe in the month of June. We can give it something like 20. The next product is something like face mask. Let it be the next day. All right, these are our changes. Now somehow we have to link this spreadsheet in BigQuery. To do that, the only identity of this spreadsheet is this URL. So let me copy this URL, and let's see when can we connect this. So whatever we do in BigQuery has to be inside a data set. I don't have a data set here. Let me create a data set which is very apt in our case. So something like Google Drive, marketing, and I'm since in Mumbai, I'm just going to select it as Mumbai. It's the closest one for me. So I'm just going to click on create data set. Once the data sets create, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table, but this table has to have something very unique capability. It cannot be, the source cannot be an empty table. It cannot be Google Cloud Storage, but it has to be Google Drive. This is the most important thing. This is the game changer. The source has to be Google Drive, and it asks for our URI, the one which I copied. I'm going to paste it here. So it has to be in this format. And one mistake many people may do here is leave the file format as is. It cannot detect the file format here. better choose it to Google Sheet. This is very, very important. If you make the mistake here, it may say the file is corrupted and you may get various other errors. So better choose it as Google Sheet. Then give a name as table name as products. That should be good enough, and it picks the table type as external by default. That's good. I'm very, very lazy, so I don't want to enter the schema. I'm going to use the magic of BigQuery where it can detect the schema automatically. And the last part is, because it is having the first row has the header, we need to skip that. That's it. So what we did, we choose the source as drive. We gave the URI. So we changed this to drive, gave the URI, and made sure the file format is spreadsheet or Google spreadsheet. That's the most important thing. The second important thing is detecting, making it as auto detect, because if you have lots of fields, if you don't want to know, if you don't know the details, just give it as auto detect. That's it. So let's click on create. And once we click on create, if everything is fine, we should have the table created. Yes, we have the table get created. And one important thing with an external table or federation is you will not have preview. That is one important thing. And the details, when you click on the table details, you will have the table size as 0 because the storage is not in BigQuery, but it is in Google Drive. So those are important things which you need to remember. And if you see here, you get the complete details of the external data configuration. It is from a Google Drive, the formatter sheet, all those things are there captured properly. And since it's an external table, preview option is not there. We have to definitely do a query. And one of the best practice which we know is never ever put select star. Always put the right number of columns which you want. Just click on it. So this is the things which we want. Who knows, in the future this table may have more columns. So currently we are only interested in these 3 columns. Always putting the right columns makes it more like to the apt thing, so you are not querying it too much. So that's important, and you don't need to have a limit because it's not going to impact anything. So because it's a normal select statement, let's click on run and see whether we get the 2 rows which we had inserted in our sheets. So let's wait for that to come up. And once it comes up, what we'll do is we'll try to do some changes to our data in our sheets, not in BigQuery, but in our sheet. So now it is showing the details. Now the marketing team wants to make it something change. They wanted to change the data. So let's make it as spray, sanitizer spray, and we can call this one as your face mask. So your armor. So this is the change they wanted to do, and they wanted to add a third product also. Let's call it as hand gloves. So this one is something recently launched, so a day back. This is what we wanted to do. Now, as I mentioned, in Google Sheets, there's no concept of save. It is auto saved. So if you go back to BigQuery and run this query again, you should see the change in your product name. Plus, you should also see the new product which was added recently, the third product, which is hand gloves. So you see that how easy it is for marketing team to update the product name to suit the market trend, and they are doing it independently. They are not relying on any IT team. So this is the best option, I would say, when it comes to changing it and you don't have any connectivity. And if this product name is shown in any dashboards and all, it will automatically reflect. For example, if the BigQuery is connected to a BI tool like Looker, Data Studio, or Tableau, the changes which you do in your spreadsheet will definitely reflect everywhere. So a very easy and simple option. So coming to the solution, the possible solution which I felt is using Google Drive with data kept in your data sheet can fulfill marketing team to do the changes independently without relying on anybody. So that's the video which I wanted to share today. Hope the video is helpful. Thank you for watching.